Hello, everyone. My name is Danny. This review is for the movie called Onward. This is a 2020 film. It's rated PG. It runs an hour and 42 minutes, and it's directed by Dan Scanlon. It stars the voice talents of Tom Holland, Chris Pratt, Octavia Spencer, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and others. The description is two teenage elf brothers, Ian and Barley Lightfoot, go on a journey to discover if there is still a little magic left out there in order to spend one last day with their father, who died when they were too young to remember him. This is Onward. Well, hi there, everybody. This is a really delightful movie, Onward. Went and saw it in theater yesterday, and it's really worth seeing in theaters. I'll say that much. I will just start out by saying that I'm gonna get this on DVD or Blu-ray, and it's really worth it. You should really make your time to go and see it. I don't have too much wrong to say about the movie. I have a lot of good notes, so we'll just start with the wrong notes. Um, Twice I heard one of the characters or one of another character say the words "son of a" twice. So if you're gonna make a movie really delightful like this, really good adventure like this, clean for the whole family, for kids, why even include that in the movie? There's so many other choice words, choice phrases to say. Why even include those? I just don't get it. So, I mean, we all know what it means, what those words go with. Why even include it? That's my first thing. Secondly, is I was going to talk about the just the a little bit of the message that it's got to be hard for people going through this movie, you know, wondering about the message because it's hard to miss parents and stuff. It's hard to talk about death and loved ones, and especially with small children, who this movie is really for. It's tough, and I always like to address that in my reviews for animated movies because how do you talk to kids about death? It's tough. So there was one other thing, and it's not coming off the top of my head, so that's fine. Uh, I would say that there's a lot of good stuff in this. I did go see this movie with a friend, and we both agree that this is really good for adults. This is one of those movies that's really good. Um, it has a lot of messages in it, a lot of deep meanings, a lot of symbolic meaning. Obviously, Ian's, um, life is a certain way, and Barley's adventures are a certain way, and Barley's van is called Guinevere. It's supposed to symbolize a steed, but it's not a steed, it's a van, That's just small symbolism, but there's some really deeper stuff in here. And I always, support movies that talk about, being a good family member, being a good friend, standing up for yourself, learning how to change yourself for the better. Movies like this that have great lessons and, adventure, and they come up with life lessons for kids. If kids can get anything out of this, I always chalk that up as a win because movies like this need to exist more often because the last one that came out like this was Toy Story, and for me, Toy Story 4 was the movie of the year last year because of the lessons it had in it and the adventure it had. And this is a winning combination. You make movies like this that are founded and people relate to each other and they talk to each other normally, the characters on the screen, and then you throw in some laughs and then you throw in some lessons and some adventure. It's a winning formula. I don't mind having movies like this like repeatedly, like one or two a year, because it's just a nice way of making a movie. Like almost anybody can watch this. So that's where my advising you going to see this in any fashion comes, because when it can affect an adult the way it does me and the other people in my theater, and then the kids still get a laugh out of it, this is an A movie. It just is. It's one of the best of the year. It's got to be. It's got to be up there. The way they handle the animation between Disney and Pixar, it blows your mind. I mean, it's great. It's what it needs to be. And the stuff that's in this that's funny, everything's great. The storyline makes sense. The pacing of the movie is always there. I don't know what else anybody can want out of this. I found like two little things that kind of bugged me a little bit, but and honestly, the rest of the movie is just awesome. I advise watching it, and I could praise it all day long, but honestly, you need to watch it and get the lessons for yourself. Take away something from this. You know, is this the kind of movie that you want to watch? What kind of lessons do you get out of it? I think I would love some comments about that, because I think this is the kind of movie that needs to be made all the time. I don't need to see, this movie in the adult world with real people. We do get the storyline sometimes, but to make it in the animation almost gives some of these people like freedom for their voice to kind of unleash a little bit. But we do get real people movies like this a lot, on a journey and trying to find something out or trying to go somewhere and do something, and we get some lessons along the way. So just keep making more movies like this. This is what I love. An A for Onward, and please go see this any way that you can. Thanks a lot, guys. My name's Danny. If you like this or any of my other videos, try and get some of them watch. Like and subscribe to my channel if you would. Enjoy your movies, guys. Thanks.